Remember blowing in the cartridge, the static on the screen. Atari, Coco, Intellivision, the greatest games we've seen. Nintendo power in our hands, a pixelated dream. Back to the days of high scores, the ultimate gaming team. Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid, yeah, the show's about to start. Talking pixels, flippers, and the tech that stole our heart. From the joystick to the headset, come on and play your part. Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid, a brand new world to chart. Then the silver ball starts flying, hear the bumpers and the bells. Chasing that multi-ball magic, the stories that it tells. From the classic wooden cabinets to the digital spells, every play's a new adventure, breaks you from your shells. Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid, yeah, the show's about to start. Talking pixels, flippers, and the tech that stole our heart. From the joystick to the headset, come on and play your part. Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid, a brand new world to chart. Now we're strapping on the goggles, worlds are virtual and bright. Stepping into new dimensions, bathed in neon light. The future's here, it's crystal clear, and everything feels right. Connecting past and present.
Welcome to Hangin' Out. Let's do this.
The night.
Only 12 hours long.
12 hours.
And I thought
That
you
is-
guys were going to make out.
That was a heck of an intro.
It'll be shortened in the future. It was just for the
That was a good one.
debut.
Just for the inaugural.
Shorten it. It sounds good.
Yeah, Kelly was dancing. Just so right here.
Uh-huh.
So we're back. We're back by popular demand. But yeah, Poe and I noticed we were getting a lot of people in some of the chat rooms we were going to, and were saying they missed us, and so we decided let's see what happens. Let's do this again. So
Yeah.
But anyway, and we have it's yeah. Me and Poe decided we were going to just do this up again weekly. Mike and Greg aren't able to commit to the weekly thing, so they kind of have the open invitation whenever they want to come on. They're always welcome. But Poe and I will be here as long as everything's going well. We'll be here every week. You know, unless something bad happens. But Mike and Greg were nice enough to come on here on our first episode back, so it's like the good old days with good old friends. Extra old on Greg's screen, not so much on Mike's, but
There you go.
there you go. So I'm just going to really quickly, one good thing, Poe, with that long intro, and I was able to throw all those chats while the people were waiting. So their chats got up there. Mike's Gaming Gala was the first one here. Welcome back, Mike. I saw Casey, the Intellivision Gamer's here. Hollywood Polo's here. Kelly's here, of course. Derek's here. Unique Joker. Game On Forever.
The Unique Joker. I got a question about that. When I see Unique Joker, there was a Joker that's on the Discord. Is that the same Joker?
I'm thinking it is. Joker, is that you? Or is
Same
that
symbol?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's Joker. The Joker that we know and love. Yeah, Game On Forever. I think I mentioned that already. I think that's everyone that I've seen in the chat so far. And yeah, so Poe, what do you got?
Yeah, so happy to be back, and I'm really glad that these guys were able to make it this week too. So always great to have the four of us here talking, and I'm glad that that we weren't off for too long. Anyway, we had a cheerleader or two that wanted us to come back, so that makes me very happy.
Yeah, I agree.
We want you to be happy, Poe.
Yeah.
If you're unhappy, it makes me bring out my harmonica.
Oh, play it.
Yeah. So there we go. That's the concert.
There you go.
Greg is Santa, Kelly says.
Live music here. G Parker's Arcade.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just go around the horn. Mike, what have you been up to? Obviously you put up a few videos since we were live last.
Yeah. Actually, before I got on the show, I was kind of looking at my time. I'm like, oh shoot, I got to stop. So I was working on my last, or actually the video I'm going to be putting out. Hopefully I can get it out Monday, my vodcast with Air Force Jason. Had him on the show with, I was supposed to have Army Brandon, but he couldn't make it. But yeah, it's like almost turning into an hour. So I got to edit that, then I can probably post it tomorrow, hopefully. That's what I've been working on. Yeah, it's just like, oh shoot, I got to go on the other show. So
yeah, so it's almost as long as Poe's intro he made.
Yeah, definitely.
Mike, did you get a new chair? Inquiring minds must know.
Oh, no, my chair? No, I've had this since like a year ago.
Kelly she just blocks off your screen on the other episodes.
Oh,
she's just eyeballing the Donkey Kong behind you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a nice chair. I finally got rid of that other chair that was like peeling off, and bought a gaming chair finally. Now I'm a cool kid.
Yeah. And Greg, here's your answer on Joker. He's the same Joker. YouTube has changed how you look in chat, which I've seen. A lot of people have been commenting lately on other streams and stuff how their names keep changing and just pick a name. But
did he say? I missed the chat. He said, YouTube changed how you look in chat. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. So, all right, Greg, what have you been up to?
Well, actually, I got the X Arcade, and I've been playing, and I ended up getting all the MetaQuest games for the Pinball FX, all the tables. And I've been playing with that. I've been anxiously awaiting my haptic kit for that because I think that's going to add another whole dimension to the whole thing. And it looks like shipping's been delayed till it was supposed to be November, December this year. Now it's going to be January next year. Big article about it. Basically, a lot of sound reasons that they gave. Of course, I've always said excuses are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and they got plenty of them. But they still, their claims were, why ship something out when the firmware is not right, and then you have to do firmware updates and all that. So they're fixing it. And really, I've enjoyed that device with the pinball. My only other critique about it is that arcade thing that they've come up with leaves a little bit to be desired. It's clunky. It's clunky. It's hard to work. You're blind, and that's where I got a question for you later. I don't know if you want me to address it now. I want to talk to you guys that own the Quest 3 to ask you. The problem I have with the Quest 2 is, you're basically blind except for double tapping it and seeing things in grayscale. And that there's a lot of buttons you got to get used to where they're at. Now, when you're in pinball mode, it's pretty simple. There's the plunger and the two flipper buttons, and everything else is driven by your controllers of the Quest. So I guess my question is, as far as that's concerned, is does the Quest 3 allow you to see through the headset in a more realistic environment? I've been told that.
Yes. Much
Yeah.
better than the Quest 2 and the PlayStation VR 2 for the past two.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like, 4K video or anything like that, but you can clearly see you can pick up your phone and read a text through the pass through, stuff like that.
And you can still play the game. You can still play the pinball while you're in the pass through mode, right? It blend virtual reality with mixed reality. Is that?
Yeah, within a Pinball FX VR, you have that option of doing mixed reality right in your own house. You can put the pinball cabinets right in your living room or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is pretty neat because you can put, like you said, you put the tables right in your room, and however much room you have, you can put multiple tables if you had a big room. A house like mine, I had to put the two tables on the two end walls, and it basically just turn around. But it's neat. You turn around, there's a pinball machine sitting there. You turn around, there's a pinball machine sitting there.
And that one arcade program you and I were looking at, Bart, one guy put an entire arcade in his backyard through mixed reality. Like the whole backyard was just arcade cabinets.
Nice.
Well, one of the things I've noticed about this thing, it has a touch screen on it that changes your input mode from keyboard to X input, which would be simulating an Xbox controller, I assume. And then there's one other. Can't remember what that one was, but it's very touchy. And if you are playing that arcade game and you reach up to figure out your buttons, A, B, X, Y, trigger buttons, whatever, and you just breathe on that thing, it changes the mode and it quits working. Because so that's one of my little critiques. They could have made it where it takes a definite finger push to make something work instead of that. The only other question I had, then I might as well just conclude this on that, because I'm thinking about the Quest 3. Because I see the Quest 3S and I see the Quest 3. They both come in a 512. I'm assuming that you'd want the biggest, me anyway, I want the biggest amount of storage space available, but there's a 512 gigabyte S3 and a 5 gigabyte S3S. And I've been yet to understand the exact difference between that, other than a big price difference between the S and the non-S model.
You want this one, Paul, or you want me to take it?
Yeah, I don't. I don't have any experience with the S myself. I remember when I was looking at them. I don't know. I mean, people said that it wasn't. How do you want to put it? I mean, it wasn't as smooth. Well,
here's the quick down and dirty. The 3 and the 3S both have the same internals. They have the same processor chip, same graphic chip, all that stuff. The 3S has the same lenses that the 2 has. So it's the Fresnel lenses. It's not the new pancake lenses. So it's not quite as crisp and clear as the pancake lenses. Now, and the sweet spot, you know how you look away from the center, if your headset's off by a little bit on the 2, how it'll get really blurry. You'll have that same problem on the S model. Okay. The full-on Quest 3 has those pancake lenses. The sweet spot is almost the entire lens. It's very forgiving with that. But
yeah, I have a real problem with my 2 with that particular situation. It kind of drives me insane sometimes. So you pretty much don't convince me that put me on a tight ass, spend a little extra money, and get the 3. That's
90% of it is the lenses is as the difference, and there's a little bit of field of view difference and stuff like that, but it's minimal. You'll never notice it in the headset, but it's those lenses. Now, for myself, Shelby got me that 3, and if Kelly ever wanted to update from the 2 to get the color pass-through and stuff like that, I would probably get a 3S, because the price difference for me, I don't have that much problem with those Fresnel lenses. As long as I have the headset lined up, I don't spend a lot of time moving my eyes around the screen. I just move my head. So I don't have a big problem with the blurring, and the pancake lenses would help Kelly with her vision more than it helps me. But I've heard people that have tried both and they swear up and down that the 3S is terrible. And I've heard people that have played both and said they would never buy a 3 again because they thought the S was almost just as good. It was negative, but it's all, your mileage may vary. We all have the same, some people say digital pinball is the way to play it because you can have so many games, and other people think it's the worst thing that ever happened to pinball, so
yeah, there's gonna be all kinds of different.
Yeah.
So I guess you opened up one other question, and I was gonna shut up with that, but now you open up another one. The difference of having 2, because if I keep the 2, which obviously I will, what am I gonna do with it? And let's say Cheryl or anybody else wants to play, though, it's when I get the 2, 3, I can move all my games over to the new 3, right? They're backward compatible.
Right.
But since they're on the 2, can her and I both play pinball at this? Can we play games at the same time? I know we can't play 2-player, but I wanted to know if she could do something on one.
You can. And what you would do is what Kelly and I do is you have Cheryl set up as a secondary. You leave yourself as the primary on both headsets. And then you have her account as the secondary on her headset. If she's going to use the 2 primarily and you're using the 3. And then every game you get, you just do you turn on the game sharing, and then she logs on to her account, but she can play all the games you have. And now even when Walkabout comes out with a new course, I buy that course. Kelly has it for free, and we can play each other. Obviously, you've played with us, so.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about the mini golf is I think I have played with you guys, and I've taken advantage of you on that because you guys have bought a new course, and I'll go, yeah, I'll play with you guys today because I don't have to buy it.
Right. Well, and even if Kelly wanted to play by herself, she can still play on a course that I bought and she didn't buy, but it's on her account because it's on my account and she's the secondary. So,
you basically have given me a thumbs up to go buy one then because I got the thumbs up from the wife. So.
Because like if me or Poe buy the newest course and you and Mike want to join in and you haven't bought it yet, you can play the course, but you can't find the lost balls. You can't, but Kelly can, even though she never bought the course. We pay for, and all the real VR fishing, I buy the locations, she can fish there. So it's a pretty sweet deal. So when you think about it, a new course on Walkabout's $4, pretty good deal anyway. It's $2 a piece for us. So it is a good deal. If having 2 quests, just make sure you stay the primary on them both. And she can even on her account, if you have a game she doesn't want, or she doesn't want to watch the Pornhub like you do, she can take that off and only see that she can have it on her own menu, and it won't remove from the headset. It just won't be in her menu. So she can just see the games that she wants to play.
Well, we were thinking of more, if you remember that movie with Sandra Bullock and Sylvester Stallone, the futuristic movie.
Right.
Demolition Man.
Yeah, remember when they both had this headset on?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that's what we were kind of hoping.
Just make sure you have your towel and figure out the 3 seashells before you finish.
And don't go outside in public.
Yeah, close the blinds.
Yes,
Right.
close the blinds.
Last thing I'm going to say is Polo said something about my hair. Yeah, I just haven't cut it, and it looks like crap.
Hey, it's better than my hair.
Or Bart's.
Mine's getting pretty woolly. I didn't shave this weekend. It was pretty crazy.
Well,
But,
when your avatar in the beginning of that intro did that little spin, your head was even shiny in that. That was nice.
Yeah, I buffed it before we did all those. And people were laughing, but me and Poe went to a dance class and we were choreographing all that stuff. That wasn't just AI generated. That was motion captured. We had those suits with all the ping pong balls on us.
Well, that's why the only thing I did was point at my own name at the top and I went,
Yeah, everything else Poe did had to be cut. Oh,
Tell you real quick, there is the X Arcade. completely set up with the speakers. They did send me the speaker system with it, which works pretty nice. I did a couple videos using the microphone that came with it. It worked. But, you know, if you watch the video, you can tell it wasn't the best quality. But anyway, there it is all set up. I use it in sitting mode most of the time, but because of my legs. But you can just real quick, easy. Just you pull a thing out in the back and raise it up, and you're standing up like you're right there at a pinball machine, and it's just almost the perfect size where they got the buttons. So, and when I get that haptic kit, I should be able to shake the X Arcade and just like shaking the table and speak. I don't know. I think it's gonna be cool. I have to put it on myself, and you have to drill into it though. So, I don't know, it's making me kind of nervous, but whatever.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to make another one later on that already has everything built in or included.
I think they are. I think they're going to sell one later that has it all pre-installed, but I don't know that for sure.
And from what I understand, from what I've read, I've been trying to find a video showing somebody putting one together. Of course, I know Mike, what was that guy's name? One of the YouTubers got one sent to him, and it was already put together with haptics in it.
Oh.
You know, just so he could show it. But I don't know. They say they have a template that you lay over it and you tape to it, and that way you know right where to drill. So I'm hoping that makes things easy.
Yeah. Polo asked Kelly if she was holding the camera for our video shoot. And,
Yeah, she's the new executive producer. So
she's going to throw her in the credits. We are now using the free version of Restream, hence the logo up in the top corner. But it kind of blends in with the chat up there, so it's okay. People probably didn't even notice. But we can only have 3 videos staged now instead of 5. And we have the intro. Poe has a video for later, and I have a video for at some point. And so there was no room for the outro. So Kelly's waiting patiently, and as soon as we play one of those other videos, she's going to remove it and upload our outro so that I can play the outro. So she's executive producer.
It won't let us share on other channels too, right?
You should be able to. The way did it not let you?
I didn't see that option, and that's why I assume that's why.
Oh, I was under the impression that you still could.
Well, it used to be there was a thing up there at the top when I logged in, and it says, you know, who are you? And I said, I'm G Parker's Arcade Room, and it would say, do you want to log into do you want to use it? But I didn't see it on there.
I wonder if I wonder if there's a setting I need to choose to allow people to do that.
Yeah, because remember, I had problems with it too, so I had to log in as you to share my channel whenever you were setting it up. But I thought mine always messes up because I use my phone, so I thought it was just me again.
Yeah, let's see. I don't know. I'll look it up. I did not realize it didn't. I didn't realize it wasn't telling you that because I looked up before and it. Kelly took off the intro and the outro is loaded, so I can swap that out. Oh, I see it now because the intro thing is different. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it said that you can invite people in, even on the free version, and they can share it on their channels. And I thought it was automatic, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think when we did the restream the first time a year ago, I think I did have to turn a setting on that said to allow you guys to do that. Right. Maybe I didn't turn it on for this, thinking it was just automatic. It's been a year. So
it's not necessary because I am just happy right here, right now. It's working for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Jabba's here. Good to see you, Jabba. He's over there across the pond. It's getting late for him. Late in the evening. Heck of a pinball player that Jabba is.
Yeah. Right. Crazy scores. Normally I'd play every week, but once I see his score, I just don't play.
Yeah. Every time I get on there and I think I have a good game, like on the VR, because Jabba plays a lot of VR. I think I have a good game. And then I look at that friends list and I think, man, I need to unfriend that guy. He's making me look bad in my own list. No.
What was that? Polo asked something here just a second ago, but I kind of have lost the chat. He asked something about the pre-built X Arcade would have a stronger hardware build to play. Oh, play at 120 megahertz. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know much about that system.
Well, see, you're
Greg,
talking about the
probably-
X Arcade, though. The X Arcade shouldn't have anything to do with hertz because the X Arcade is nothing more than a controller. I mean, it shouldn't affect how many megahertz the video is on it. I mean, the X Arcade, they evidently did something with Zen Studios, because when you log in now, it says when you get into Pinball FX, it says it gives you an option to click to use X Arcade.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I like I said, I have zero experience with it, and so I don't know. But I have heard that they're going to do a new one with the haptics and all that stuff built right in, but I'm not for sure. Kelly's laughing because Mike's figuring out Kelly's selling herself right on our chat. As long as she splits the money, I'm fine. Let's see. Polo says, "Did you see my scores in the 4-pack non-VR score? Which 4-pack is that? I'm not sure which one you're talking about." Girls gotta make a living. This is getting worse.
What's that? Is that Chibuchis?
Holy cow, snooch to the motherfucking nooch.
Whoa, Savage!
Retro Man, Randy Savage, what's up?
Savage got the most awesome version of the Warriors recently, the 4K collector's edition.
Oh, nice.
Man, that's one of my all-time favorite movies, and I don't have that one yet. When I looked at it, though, I think it's from over there. Like Amazon had one in stock for like $75 here.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he got I think it's a Steelbook edition, isn't it? You got the Steelbook?
Yeah, it had like all kind of posters and all kinds of stuff. Like, man, I absolutely love that movie. Actually, I have a board game that they came out with a few years ago that's still unopened. I wanted everybody to play it with me here at home, and nobody would play it. So,
Does it require a bottle, like 2 bottles to play?
yeah, nowadays the plastic ones just don't work right.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh,
I did
yeah.
pick up Metroid Prime 4 for the Switch 2.
I got that too.
Did you?
Nice.
Do you like it, Mike?
I love it.
I love it. I'll tell you what, those boss fights are getting tougher and tougher. I'm in one now that I must have repeated 20 times. I don't know. I may have to send you let you log in as me and beat that guy for me.
I haven't bought it yet. I've been eyeballing it, but there's been a lot of stuff to buy. And Bart even got me with something last night after watching Papa Pete. I did make sure I went on and bought that.
Yeah. Well, I had no intention of buying it until I logged on and saw it, and it's limited to 300 copies.
Right.
And it's like, oh, way to FOMO someone's right upside the head. Only 300 copies, which when I saw it, we're talking about Montezuma's Revenge, right? For the
Homebrew
Intellivision
for the
Sprint.
Intellivision.
And Papa Pete did a video on it because they just got the rights and able to release it as a digital ROM release. And he said, yeah, they're going to have a limited run. I'm like, what do you mean a limited run on a digital download game? I guess, whatever. And then I logged on to the what is it? Intellivision Collector, right? Yeah. I logged on to his site and I scrolled down. I'm like, oh my God, it says right on there, only 300 copies will be sold. And I bought it. And then I texted Poe and I'm like, yeah, I bought it. There's only going to be 300 copies. Right before that, Poe said, yeah, I'll probably buy it someday. And then like 2 minutes later, he's like, or someday could be now.
Well, I know the cartridges, I think they were limited to 200 back when they sold those. And I didn't bite at the time for that. So, yeah, I mean, once it's gone, unless they make another deal somewhere down the road, that'll be it.
But it is cool. I guess we could segue a little bit into Sprint Talk that these guys that make the homebrews and stuff are putting Sprint packs together. So when you download that, it has all the image files already done, everything you need. You just copy those files. And watching Casey's video today, about the upgrades and stuff and that they're doing with the new update. It's hopefully going to hit Atari Age here. It sounded like maybe today or tomorrow.
Right.
The folders, so you can put your homebrews on the same jump drive and have them separated. You know, the 125 Electronite. You know,
Right.
all the different ones in the different groups. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, so Polo had clarified it. He was talking about the Postal and Primal Rage packs. Yeah, they went on the winter sale. I just paid full price for them not that long ago. Yeah. And Savage says, let's see. Yeah, it was a UK release. Paramount has the distribution rights for the Warriors here in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. The Arrow release in America is apparently the better release of the Warriors. So you're probably better off with that. Yeah. Let's see. What's Mike saying here? The Sprint calls and the homebrew community answers. Yeah. It's just amazing to me how fast they're jumping on that. And
Yeah, everybody was kind of glued to their screens with Casey's stream today. And about 14 hours in, I finally had to take a shower. So I didn't mean to cheat on you, Bart, but I did a shower stream with Casey today.
oh,
Right when he was drawing the names of the winners, I kept looking out at my phone.
Did you
And,
wear a wig?
luckily, there wasn't any shampoo to fall down on the phone or anything.
Did you wear
Right.
a wig, Poe? You got to wear a wig.
Yeah.
Shampoo my wig.
Yeah. Your name was fairly close on one of those spins. And I can't remember what it was for, that particular spin. And then, so Casey showed they gave away 3 Intellivision sprints. Anyone that was in the chat could get into this thing. He spun a wheel. There was like 75 names on the wheel. We all got a
Oh, wow.
The
tiny
arrow
slice.
was bigger than the slice
Yeah,
on the wheel.
And but Kelly won a ROM pack.
Mm.
So that's pretty cool. I'm hoping she'll share it with me and let me play some of the games she got. But Mike's Gaming Gala, we know who's been showing their tits in their intros lately, and it ain't none of us. I do got to give Mike credit for that intro for that mermaid, that well produced, awesome video intro, and then he does the mermaid scene as Michelle, just amazing.
And Casey needs an Oscar for this one because up
Yeah.
until this point, I mean, the old Poe intro was the greatest. But now, Casey, when he was looking at her all starry-eyed, that was pretty just like looking at her.
Well, then the "Are we butt pirates?" comment earlier made me ROFFL on the ground. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Oh, did he send you that outtake one that he did? The other one that Casey recorded that wasn't in it? It involved Spank Bank or something. I forget what. Did he send that to you? Did you see it?
No.
He sent it to me in Discord. He's like, this one didn't
I
make
don't
the
think
intro.
I haven't checked my messages on there since I sent him one. Okay, so Bliss was making fun of me and Mike for dressing in drag for videos because I told him about Princess Popo made an appearance in the Gaming Road Warriors video. So Bliss was like, he's like, well, you guys can do whatever you want. I'm out. So then, of course, with my friend AI, I had Bliss go into drag in that one. So.
Yeah. You had Bliss doing a lot of stuff, I saw.
Yeah, one of them had him say, what was it? Sign up for my OnlyFans or something like that.
Yeah. But Creep here says, lots of exciting sprint talk today. Yeah. And that was pretty neat. Anyone that didn't watch Casey's stream today, he was with Bob, what's his name?
I almost said Bob Denver.
Yeah. And I'm not exactly he's involved in the manufacturing of the thing, right? Or is he on the coding side? What does he do with the Sprint? That Bob guy.
He lets Casey touch it.
I don't know. He knows a lot of stuff, and he does. He's working on all the firmware updates and stuff. And there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out. That's if you have a Sprint, there's exciting stuff coming up. That's going to be released here. Creep won a ROM pack too. Yeah, so did my wife.
Yeah.
Kelly won one, and she said she's going to charge me $1 a game. Not for the game itself. Every time I play each game, I have to pay her $1. But I'm charging her $2 to use my Sprint when she wants to play. So that'll work out good.
Kelly
Nice.
say, was that bend over? No, it wasn't bend over.
It is Ben though, isn't it? Is his name Ben? I feel bad if it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bad with names. I just learned Mike's name the other day.
I'm terrible with that stuff.
Okay, I got to jump back up here because some of this stuff's rolling off the top. Jabba said he just finished the Terminator 2D this week. And I know, Poe, you've been playing that.
Yeah, I finished it last Sunday. And the plan was to put out each video every other day. And I never got around to editing the final video for that. So maybe I'll put that out tomorrow.
Nice. And he said, and I took it off before I read the second half. The new Ghost and Goblins and Shinobi Vengeance. All three are good. I didn't know there was a new Ghost and Goblins.
And now that we were talking about Montezuma's Revenge, I remembered they brought out an anniversary edition a few years back for the PS5 and the Switch. So I'm thinking about grabbing that now too. It's such a fun game, and the new one is supposed to newer graphics, but still a 2D game like the original.
Savage is asking about the Intellivision work here in the UK. Think you use different plug socket in them. They are selling these Sprints worldwide. They've shipped out pallets to multiple countries, and I think the first people in the UK are supposed to receive theirs this week, right? Is what they're saying, or they're supposed to ship this week, and they should have them by the end of the year. But yeah, they do make Intellivision Sprints that will work overseas also.
Yeah, because I didn't get mine yet, but I'm pretty sure it just comes with the cord, right? USB-A, USB-C, and you supply the brick
it's USB
yourself.
powered. Yeah, it's USB powered. It comes with the power cable, but you got to supply the brick. Not recommended to use the USB port on your TV, but just a regular USB-A power brick. And matter of fact, I'm not even using the cord it came with because I have a multi USB port thing. It has 2 A's and 2 C's. So I just use a C to C cord out of that thing because I had the 2 A's. One's for the Atari 7800 Plus, and one is for my Raspberry Pi. So I was already using those.
If Atari were smart, they would have brought out one with a little running man on it and sold it on their own site like they did with the Atari one when the Pac-Man 2600 Plus came out. I mean, you're going to pay more for it. You can go on Amazon and buy a 4-pack of those for about the price Atari's charging for one with their logo on it. But some people like that kind of thing.
Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection's on sale on Steam right now.
Nice. I think I have that one. Was that the one that came out a few years back? Sure that.
Phil's wife says he can't hang out with us anymore. Yeah, okay. Then they're talking about this, which we already went over. Let's see. Yeah, the Sprint is fun. Kelly says the Sprint is fun, even though Casey called her out for using her index finger on the control disc. Kelly said, "How else am I supposed to use this remote? She has long fingernails on her thumbs." Yeah, his name is Ben Jones. Look at Kelly. A good executive producer will research things while you're live.
Yeah, but Kelly, you're supposed to hold up cue cards so everybody else can't see how dumb we are. I don't know how you do that, but cue cards. Hey, idiots. Ben Jones. Bend over.
Yeah. Gotta love a pair of C's. That's right. That is right. So, Mike, what are your thoughts on the Sprint? Do you have any thoughts on the Sprint?
Not really. I know you guys do. Me, I was more focused. I know, like on my channel, I've been focusing more on the M64 and the analog 3D. So I've been talking about a lot of that because I'm interested in getting the N64 type of console. Since I saw it there at Portland Retro Game Expo, the M64. But I know it seems like there's a guy that shared some news with me on it. It seems like that's the M64 is probably going to get pushed out further. I don't see it releasing here soon. But the analog 3D did come back, the black and the white one. I know I secured a black one. I think Mike said he got one too, and I know you, Poe, you bought one as well, right? So
No, I looked at it, I threw it in the cart, and then I didn't buy it.
Oh,
no. I was
no.
really hoping for that M64, and I need to because I keep getting my Kickstarter messages for that and Mike's Gaming Gala knows Winsley's Guardian, the N64 homebrew that I went in on the Kickstarter for. I'm like, I better get that thing soon, or else I got to dig out the old Nintendo 64 I have stored away to play it. But I would love to play it on my big screen TV. So.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. And I did pick up, was it Banjo
Kazooie, Banjo Tooie?
It's up here. Yeah,
Banjo Kablooie.
But yeah, someone mentioned to get Tooie. They said that's a good game too. So yeah,
I know my nephews loved those games back in the day. They were when I would come home, they were always talking about those games.
Oh yeah, yeah. I played a lot of them. N64 in the Navy. My friend had like Mario Kart. GoldenEye was my favorite.
Oh yeah,
I'd go over there and drink. Was it not Coors, but they were Corona. So they drank a lot of Corona in their barracks. But yeah, I'd play a lot of those multiplayer games with the N64. Really fun time, especially you get 3 other people drunk Navy guys in one room. It can go places where you don't want to know.
Yeah, I mean, at least if you have an N64 there in the Navy and you're drunk, you don't have to worry about other things happening. I mean, you have something else to do. So.
Yep.
Right.
Like wandering and going to red light districts. So.
Yeah.
Getting the clap, that kind of stuff. So.
Right.
I didn't have that back in the day, but when I would come home on leave, I told the story before, I'd bring my PlayStation home. Because my brother and my best friend had the N64. They didn't have the PlayStation. So I would come home and let them play Metal Gear or whatever. And then we would all play GoldenEye. I just loved that so much back in the day.
GoldenEye. Yep.
Nice.
Hey, I want to. Can I ask this? I don't want to backtrack. It's got a question now again for Barton. Mike, did you get a new Quest headset?
No, I didn't. I'm planning on getting one though.
Because well, surprise! Greg's sending you one.
Bart, when you and I bought ours, you turned me on to the new head strap that was adjustable. You know, it had the dial and had the battery in it. Is that necessary? How do you feel with the stock one? And is that something you got, or are you planning on getting for the new one?
I bought the same brand for the Quest 3 because they're not interchangeable. But I got one of those Boba VR, and I got, like Poe has, I got the one with the fan in the front, so it blows the air down on you.
Oh, I love to know that.
Yeah. The strap that comes with the Quest 3, I'd say is more comfortable than the default strap that came with the Quest 2, but that's putting lipstick on a pig. It's still not, it's a shit sandwich with cheese instead of just a shit sandwich. I wouldn't want to play with that head strap more than, 10 or 15 minutes at a spot because it's still the fabric. Yeah. So
I know that made a world of difference to me, not only for comfort of wearing, but also the battery life. it drains from that battery first. So the other thing is, I just because I've been looking at these so much, I forgot other questions I had. Is it true that the controllers are rechargeable now? Don't require double A's in them?
I
I use
bought
double A's.
Yeah, I bought there's an extra thing. I think it was the same company that made the head strap that I got it from. It's a little dock, and it comes with rechargeable batteries you can put in there. So that's what I've been using on mine.
I saw an ad for a charging station, and I thought, well, wait a second, they use batteries. So that answers the question. They can use double A's, rechargeable double A's, which don't typically have the milliamp hours of a regular alkaline battery, but at least you don't have to keep buying batteries. Usually an alkaline battery will outlast a rechargeable battery by a long shot. But, you're chasing off the fact that you don't have to go buy batteries. So, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. The bad part is the Boba VR strap does not, even the battery packs are different. So you can't take your battery pack from the 2 and pop it onto the 3.
Right.
Oh, that's a shame. It'd be nice to have 2, yeah.
Yeah. Look, Gideon pops in right when Mike's Gaming Gala is talking about Poe and this good strap on. Gideon, good to see you. Good to see you.
Is Pixel been in here? Is Pixertorium in here anywhere? I haven't seen Derek.
Yeah, Derek
he's
was
here.
in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's someone referring to Derek. How's that?
There you go.
Let's see. That's the same one. See, it scrolled before I clicked. There's Derek. He's saying he's asking Mike, ain't that the norm when he said about Phil's wife not letting him hang out with us? Oh, let's see. Jabba says his VR strap snapped last night where it loops through in the middle. It's only 2 months old. Ordered a Boba S3 last night.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's the way to go.
I got
I've
the
loved-
Bobo. Yeah.
And that included one is nothing more than like jock strap.
Yeah, it's a jock strap for your head.
It doesn't look like they're. I just looked up the Bobo S3 Pro. It looks like it's not bad. To me, that's not bad. 99. I was assuming it might be more. 93, 99 at Walmart. So
Yeah, I highly recommend that head strap. It's very comfortable, and I like to be able to. You can hot swap the batteries, and so that's cool. If you do buy an extra battery, you can have one on the charger, one on your headset. When that one dies, take it out, pop the other one on. You can play indefinitely.
what's this I'm seeing on the side? It looks like, does it have an LED thing that tells you the voltage?
Yeah, it's got what speed you have the fan on and everything like that.
Yeah, and
this is the one with the fan too. I guess this has.
It'll
fan.
display a battery life, I think, on there.
It has a battery percentage, and then when you mess with the fan speed, it'll tell you that too. I think.
Okay, so I was at the Bobo OVR S3 Pro 10,000 milliamp battery, and that has the fan too, huh?
I guess. I don't know. Yeah. They're still talking about strap-ons.
Peg Bundy.
Peg Bundy. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's worth it. I think it makes the headset much more comfortable. But Greg,
For me, it makes a big difference because I did a lot of fogging up before, and I had to buy that extra fan for the Quest 2 back in the day. But now it's like a necessity. In the summertime, playing that, if I'm not standing right in front of the AC and I'm playing walkabout with Bart and Kelly, everything just fogs over.
Yeah. It is nice to turn that on. I didn't have one on my Quest 2 headset, no fan. So when I first got it, I was like, I don't know. But boy, the first time I turned it on, I'm like, this is kind of nice. This is nice, cool breeze. Helps a lot. But yeah.
I'm having trouble figuring out if this one does have the fan in it. It the way they word stuff. I don't know who writes this stuff. It said The air conditioning system. Okay, the S3 Pro has a built-in head air cooling system which uses silent technology.
Well, it should be pretty obvious with the photos of the thing because it's right in the middle of the top.
Is that what that? Oh, I see it now. I see the fan. I didn't know what. I thought that was just the logo. It's a very small picture here on my screen, but I zoomed in on it. Yeah, I see it now. Okay, very cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Derek's still talking about the strap-ons. What is this walkabout you mentioned playing with others? Your time is coming, Derek. It's almost June.
Right. I got to get back to it. I think the last time we played, we talked about doing the dinosaur one, right?
Oh,
and I've still never played that or the two new ones that came out since.
Oh, geez. Hey, Jabba's got to take off. So thanks for stopping in, Jabba. I get it. It's late there and all that. So, yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and he says that is the correct Bobo, dude. Yeah,
Bobo.
So that is it. But, yeah, highly recommend it. Yeah, there's been like 3 courses that came out since we played last. But we need to get in there and do some golfing, do some mini golfing. But, yeah, so to finish off the thing, so I'm guessing, Mike, you never played much Intellivision in the past?
I only played it once. It was like, I think I shared that story before. It was at a girl's house. She had one with her brother, and the only game she had was the MLB baseball. So that's the one I played with her, and she kept winning. So,
oh,
I mean, yeah, as far as like nostalgia go, that was the only game I wanted to own, but not necessarily get a Intellivision for it. So, but I want to thank Casey did get me the box for it and a cartridge. You know, he didn't need to do that. That was really nice of him. So I have it in my my arcade room here. You know,
nice.
don't be fooled. It's not really a green screen. I'm there. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I have it. I have the Intellivision there, and then I also bought like a box protector for it to kind of protect it. It's next to my Atari 7800 games that I have there too. So
nice.
Yeah, that's like I said. That's like the only game I have back there.
You should have a Sprint, Mike. I mean, come on.
What's that?
You should have a
talked to my
Sprint.
son. We did play the Pro. What was it? They had that model at PRGE, and we were playing the tank game. We didn't really understand what to do, and I asked him, "Hey, if I purchase this, will you play this with me?" And then he said no. He likes the 7800. I mean, at least I got that around the house, so he does like playing that. So we do play 7800 together. But yeah, I try. I was talking. I'm like, hey, you know, want to get this so we can play it together. And yeah, he's not really interested in it. So I would hate to get something that I don't even play too much, anyways. So
I do it all the time.
I barely play my 7800.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm mostly playing, the PS5 right now. So I got a bunch of games, and that's what I've been playing.
Nice.
Greg, do you have any past experience with the Intellivision?
No. Nope.
No.
I never have. No, I was let's see. My gaming started out with, I'll never forget, my ex-wife still brings it up to this day when we get together with the kids over the holidays. She says, "Remember when you bought me the Pong game for Christmas?" You know, I mean, it was a Montgomery Ward store, and they had it, on display, and it was just that one little console with the 2 dials on it to move the Pong thing up and down. I got that. Then, of course, I had the Nintendo 2600, and then we did have we got one of the first Segas that came out. Played that a lot, and then. I don't know, it kind of all fell by the wayside till I got into the Raspberry Pis, which I heard you mention earlier, Bart, which I'll be darned, I cannot get this dang X Arcade to work with that. I wish I could, because that would be cool for that. That's obviously something I'm doing wrong, because people say all the time, "Oh, it's real easy, just plug it in and just hit the buttons." Well, it ain't working for me. But yeah, and then of course, as of late, it's been the the Switch 2, and the pinball, of course, the big thing to me. And then I bought the Xbox, and I could shoot myself for buying that. That thing hadn't been on in months, so I'll hang on to it though, because every now and then I'll just turn it on and play something on it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, I'm enjoying the Switch too. I've heard a lot of people say they're not as happy with it. I tell you what, I'm liking it. I like playing it in handheld mode. I like playing it on the console mode. I think it's that. Mike, you said you got that Prime.
Yeah, Prime's awesome.
And man, the graphics on that, aren't they just completely off the wall charts? I mean, I think they are.
Yeah.
I mean, the sound and the graphics just amazing. But I did put it down and went back to. I never get through these things. I've beat a few games. There's a few I have, but I'm bound and determined to play Legends of the Tears of the Kingdom until I'm done. And it says on the, they've got it hooked up to an app now. You get a Switch app that will help you navigate, do all kinds of stuff. But it says I'm 33% through the travels to seeing everything, and I've got 260 hours. Keep track. I got 260 hours. But
Wow.
it's addicting. I'm telling you, I just can't wait to see what I can find next. I've been looking around, just anything that's shiny, I go over and I touch.
Nice.
And that all came from asking if I played in television. No, I haven't. That would have been the easier way to answer that, wouldn't it? I ran.
Yeah, so you don't have the nostalgia factor for it either. Like Mike doesn't have. He never played it when he was younger, so he doesn't have any of that. Of course, you're quite a bit younger than us, Mike. So when the Intellivision came out, you weren't really playing video games in the early '80s.
No, like I even got the Atari 2600 very late, so I only had that a really short time, and I only had like 2 friends that owned it, but they didn't even play it that much either. It was during the NES era. That's when I started noticing a lot of my classmates, they had the NES, and that's when I started getting really involved with video games and stuff. So
yeah.
I thought of you the other day, Mike. It doesn't pertain to gaming, but I was watching television, and I was watching a channel that had that Mike Rowe that used to do Dirty Jobs. He's had some shows that he did 10 years ago.
Oh, I know him. Yeah.
Yeah, doing Somebody's Got to Do It. And he had the can, you know what I mean when I say the can-do bunch on?
The CBs?
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool. I said, hey, my buddy used to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, they quite the meticulous. I mean, a neighbor across the street from me belonged to that. Was in the CBs, and he ended up getting transferred and selling the house. But we didn't talk a whole lot about it. But I didn't quite realize it until I watched that guy's show. That was quite an amazing chores that they are left to fulfill. Nobody can do anything without having them there to get the supplies there and make sure they got a way to get the supplies there. So I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Oh,
yeah. That's off to the CBs and the Navy and the Air Force.
Well, that was my specialty in the CBs was acquiring materials. I don't know if you ever seen that movie, The Green Berets. They had that one guy that was able to get stuff, procure stuff from the Fleet Navy. Remember? I don't know if you remember that scene where they go to the dock and it's like all their stuff's gone. It's because of him. But how I did it's more legal than what he did. He straight up stole that stuff. So I was really good at acquiring materials.
The only military one I ever watched that had acquiring stuff was, I remember, it kind of reminds me of Poe. When Radar left MASH, Corporal Klinger started being the kind of guy that acquired stuff, and it kind of makes me think of Poe when I think of Klinger. So.
Nice.
I definitely used my body to get things that I needed when I was in the airport.
Wait a minute. Wasn't there like a guy that cross-dressed in MASH?
That was Klinger. He also did the commercials. Jamie Farr. I got a nose for nuts. Remember, he used to do the candy bar commercial, which was okay to say in the 80s, but now.
Right. Yeah. Kelly said, so you were like Red in Shawshank Redemption.
Oh,
Gotta
Good
be the
movie.
one to acquire stuff.
Excellent movie.
good
Yeah.
movie. I
It's a
like
great
that.
flick. That is a good movie.
Because I like anything. I don't know why I like anything that's got Morgan Freeman in it. He's never. I don't think he's made a bad movie.
Yeah.
You know, everything he's made. What was that one I saw not too long ago? A clip for it, and I'd already seen the movie where I think Jack Nicholson's in it, but he's sitting on it. It looks like he's getting ready to jump out a window because he's trying to get away from his kids or whatever, so he can go have some fun. And they got him close up, real close. He's sitting on a windowsill. Well, then they back away. He's like 2 inches off the ground. He's the first floor window. He just jumped out. Funniest scene I've ever seen in my life. I thought that old man's going to jump out a window, and then he's 6 inches off the ground.
Yeah.
It's,
Get busy living or get busy dying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah. That's a great movie. That's a great movie.
Yeah, Mr. Krabs is in it too. He's the mean guard.
Mike's
What's his
Gaming Gala
Clancy.
has a theory that me and Mike joined the Navy for the peg legs.
Arr.
Hope is a good thing.
I thought maybe they did it for the olive oil.
No, I did it because of that fucking Top Gun.
That's funny you say that. I remember my recruiter. I said, yeah, I saw down Periscope, so now I want to join.
Nice.
He's like, that's not a good recruitment movie. You meant Top Gun, right? Yeah.
Down Periscope was a hilarious movie.
Oh, yeah.
That is so good. No, I am actually part of the Top Gun group. You know, the Navy recruitment shot through the roof after Top Gun a little bit. And it wasn't as much Top Gun directly for me. It was like a 60 Minutes show or something where they talked about being Navy aviators and how it's even quicker than the Air Force to go from leaving college to being a fighter jet pilot. Air Force has a lot more training and stuff that they got to do, and the Navy's quicker about getting you in the cockpit. Now, I was still in high school, so I knew I wasn't going to be a pilot, but I literally went into the recruiter and said, hey, what can you do? I just want to fly. I don't care what my job is. I just want to do it in the air. And they said, well, if you score high enough on your ASVAB, you can track submarines, and that's done from the air. And I'm like, okay. So I took the test, and next thing you know, I'm off in Orlando and going to boot
That was a
camp.
Sugar Ray song, wasn't it? I just want to fly like a birdie in the sky so high.
You talk about
just
like,
wanna fly.
I'd be willing to do anything as long as I can fly, but I've seen some old vintage photographs of those guys. I assume it was World War II, where they were in those little egg-shaped gun turrets that hang in.
Oh, yeah.
And it
The
looked
belly
like
gunner.
They were just like crammed in. I mean, you couldn't be a fat guy. I mean, you know, and they were just laying, and they'd be in there for hours.
Yeah.
Laying wrapped up like a caterpillar inside a.
Yeah.
unit.
Then watch the Memphis Belle. That's a great movie.
Yes,
too.
I love Memphis Belle.
And what's his name's down in that ball turret? And it gets stuck, and he's like, ah! And then he spins around. He shoots the shit out of that guy. And he's like,
And Spielberg had that TV series, Amazing Stories, back in the 80s. And they had the same deal in one episode that the gunner got stuck down in there, but he was also an artist.
yeah, he draws
The landing gear, right? The landing gear was blown off, so he draws big cartoon tires, and they end up landing. And when they get out, there's big cartoon tires on the plane and everything.
Well,
Love that shit.
Kelly brought up my favorite scene, one of my favorite scenes in Down Periscope. Lieutenant Lake, you are almost out of uniform.
What was that TV series? Black Sheep Squadron? Black Sheep? Wasn't there some? I think they were naval aviators that were on an island. I forget the guy that started it, but that's all they did was they fought off the Jerrys in the islands. Or the
Yeah, I know the show you're talking about. I never watched it though. But I don't know I know of the show, I should say.
Right.
But yeah, I was a little surprised when they said, yeah, you can track submarines. I'm like, from the air? They're like, yeah. So that's what I did until I got out of school. I did it for 4 years. I was in the Navy for 5, but the first year was all schooling. So, but that was very interesting. And now I look back at it, and Poe, I'm sure you look back at what you did and the stuff you were doing in the Air Force, and you're like, I'm a young kid and I'm doing this stuff. What the
Right.
who does
Right.
that stuff? It seems surreal almost when I look back and say, yeah, when I was 19 years old, I was flying around the Mediterranean Sea tracking Russian submarines. Who the fuck does that? It's like,
Well, they were talking.
And
I
this-
watched a show on aircraft carriers the other day, and they said the average age of people. I forget how many people they said work on an aircraft carrier. It's like 10,000 people. Am I right? Like 5 to 10,000 people.
yeah, between 5 and 6.
Yeah,
Okay.
aircraft carriers are basically a city in the ocean.
Right.
You won't get to know everybody on board.
they
That's what I
said that-
heard. Yeah, that's what
They
I heard.
said that the average age is 23 years old.
Yep.
Now, my sensor one on my crew, a guy named Richard Hicks, but we all called him Dick. And I knew we'd hit it off because the first time I had met him, one of the other guys tried to bust on me, say, yeah, this is Richard, but he prefers Dick. And I said, I just jumped around. I said, well, I heard that, but what's that? I've heard that about him. Well, what's that got to do with his name? And then from then on, me and Dick were good buddies. But we considered him one of the old men in our shop. He was 30. But he had done 2 tours on an aircraft carrier before he came to our squadron. So he was like an old dude. We were 19, 20, 21-year-old guys flying around tracking submarines. It's weird that we were doing that to me now, but
Yeah, I have
We had
2
a
of
new
my
guy-
nephews serve on aircraft carriers. The one just turned 26. He'll be finishing his 5-year stint here next month. I think he's getting out. And then his younger brother is 23. I think he has 1 more year to go. They're on 2 different aircraft carriers. They won't, allow them to serve on the same one.
right. Since the
Yeah,
Sullivan.
because that story,
The
Sullivan?
Sullivans.
Yep.
Yeah. And like
Alright.
Mike said, you be on the aircraft carrier, you're not going to meet everybody. And actually, my son Jason, when he got out of college, he went and became a nuke in the Navy. So he worked on the nuclear reactors, which primarily you're either going to go to a carrier or a submarine. And Jason chose submarines partly because he's adventurous anyway, so he kind of liked the idea of being on a submarine, try it out. But the main reason why he chose submarines is he said on an aircraft carrier, just the nuke crew is so big that you might not know all of those guys. He says, I don't want to go working on a nuclear reactor that someone else has been working on that I don't even know.
Right.
He said on a submarine, he was on a fairly large, he was on an Ohio class submarine, pretty big ballistic missile submarine. They still only had, 10 or 12 guys that worked on that reactor. And so he knew every guy on a first name basis and each other's strengths and weaknesses. But he says, but by the time you're working on a nuclear reactor, I don't want to be just following Bubba and not know what he's done to this reactor in my off time. So even a small crew like on an aircraft carrier, just the nukes that work on the reactor is still a huge crew. He said there'll be 40, 50 guys that are working that nuke on that reactor. Where in a submarine, you're talking 8, 10, 12 guys, depending on the sub.
I just don't think I think I'm too claustrophobic. I don't think I could be underwater like that. I'm one of those guys that watches a movie and somebody's having to swim a long ways underwater to escape from something, they're trapped. And I'm holding my breath. while I'm watching it.
Yeah.
And Cheryl looks at me and says, "You're turning purple. You got to breathe." I'm like,
I used to do that as a kid every time I watched the Poseidon Adventure, and I loved that movie as a kid. But the one point they have where they have to go under the water and swim to the
Right.
next air pocket or whatever, I used to always do that. Hold the breath.
Yeah.
You gotta hope they don't go to commercial first.
Remember the lady actress that was? I'm thinking of Poseidon Adventure. Which one am I thinking of?
Shelley Winters was in that. Ernest Borgnine.
Right, Shelley Winters. Did you know that's a little trivia about her? You know that she actually performed that swimming sequence, and they asked her. You know, she's older, kind of heavy set. They asked her, you know, how she was able to do that without a stunt. And I guess she at one time was a professional swimmer or had something to do with swimming, athletic swimming. And she said, yeah, I can hold my breath. I could hold my breath so long. They decided I proved to them that I could. And they decided to let me go ahead and do the scene. So I remember watching the whole broad in that movie swim that. I thought, God, how could she do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's a method actress too. So she actually had the heart attack at the end. She was dedicated.
I remember that though, Paul. I think that's the first time I remember holding my breath during.
Yeah. I wonder how many people did that watching that movie. I did it every time it was on TV.
Now I couldn't do, you know, like Jason did. I couldn't be assigned to a submarine. I think that would be too much. But one of my buddies that I was in the Navy, he was in a different squadron, but we went through A school and all that together. We were good buddies, still are. And he stayed in for one shore duty tour after we all did our sea duty. And during that, he got to go out on a submarine for 1 week. And I'm like, that would be perfect. Go out, you get to go under and experience all that stuff, and then get back on the land. That I think I would have liked just to have the experience, but I wouldn't want to be months like Jason used to do. And especially on those missile boats, they'll go out on a 3 or 4 month tour. And when they pull out of port in Seattle, they'll go underwater and they don't come back up until they get back into port. It's like they are underwater the entire time.
If I was to go to a recruiter now for the Navy or any of those armed forces like that, and they ask me what I want to do, I'd say I want to go to the Caribbean and shoot fishing boats out of the water. Boom! There you go.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing. He did say sometimes they go out and they do the Steel Beach thing where they'd surface the ship out in the middle of the Pacific, and then the guys could go out on the deck or on the hull of the ship, basically, of the submarine, and play around in the water and stuff. But he would not go into ports or anything because they're in a missile boat. They just go out, make a hole in the water, and just sit there hoping they don't have to launch. But yeah, I don't know.
Guys, I just had somebody shout at me a couple minutes ago, and then they looked in the hair again. So I think I'm going to take off. What time is it? I made it 7:17. So.
Yeah, almost 7:20.
I'm glad you guys are doing this. I think this is a perfect fit, you two, doing this on Sundays. Again, I can't commit. I know Mike said he couldn't, but yeah, if you that link stays the same and I see it, I'll jump on every now and then. It's hard for me to say right now with a bunch of other stuff we got going on to be here every Sunday. But if I'm not here, I'll either be here in spirit or I'll be watching, making cracks with the Mike's Gaming Gala and all that on the chat. So.
All right. Well, it's good seeing you again.
Definitely.
Have fun with the family.
Great.
And tell Cheryl we said hi.
And Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I got a package in the mail. I got some treats upstairs I can't wait to get into, so it's going to be really good. There's some candies.
Nice. Hey, Greg, don't forget to buy the amiibo, the Cycle amiibo for your game for the Metroid. It'll have the music on it. I know they didn't include that, which they should have, but you can buy the amiibo for it if you want the music. I know I don't necessarily need it, but I think I want to collect it just because. And
you know, collection quality. You got some you sent me, Mike, and I've got some amiibos here. But I'll tell you the way they've got priced lately. I bought one of those amiibo emulators for $24, and it works on. I already got the music on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and same thing with on Zelda. It will. You know, you can only use an amiibo once a day. Well, this one lets you just use it over and over and over again. So if you
Nice.
run out of arrows, I know it's cheating, but I got 200 and some hours invested. I can cheat a little bit, but I can just put that amiibo up that it gives me arrows, and I can get me 100 arrows in 5 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, they sell them. You can find them online, and people were worried that they were going to brick your system like they were making those fake cartridges, but that has nothing to do with it. All that is a what do they call it, RFI or some type of. It puts out that electric signature, like a credit card does. And yeah, you just tap that on top of your controller, and bang, it thinks it got it. So.
Nice.
All right. Well, thanks for the suggestion, Mike. You're right, though. That is cool to have that amiibo. And
Yeah.
I might still get that one because that bike. See, I haven't got my bike in there yet. As a matter of fact, I'm fighting the boss that once I complete it will get me the bike, and I cannot beat that son of a gun at all. He's after me. So. You guys have a good night. I'll see y'all next time. I'll either be in the chat or. Oh, thanks for. I got. Talked to Bart, and then I got your message too. Just to let you know, I did get it. I just got a little late, and I said, "Well, I'm going to go down and get on." So,
Thank you for coming.
All right. We'll see ya.
See you, Greg.
See you, Mike.
Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh, all
So,
right.
I have a short story to share. I know,
Sure.
like when I got in the Navy, I was going to be a Navy corpsman, so there was a field medic, right? And I remember going to boot camp, the RDC, you know, those guys are the boot camp guys. And they ask, you know, everybody like, hey, what's your job? What's your job? And they come to me. They're like, hey, what's your job? And I said, corpsman? Oh, you're a pecker checker. I'm like, what? Yeah, you heard me. You're going to be checking peckers. Like, what? It's like, yeah, that's part of your routine. You know, the shots and stuff, because a lot of people are going to go in the wrong areas, and then they're going to have to get treated. So you're going to be handling a lot of man dung. I'm like, no. Yeah, I remember getting called that a lot over there. Like, what is up with that nickname and stuff? Because usually, you know, I know when I had gotten out, when I bumped into some of the Marines, and I'm going to school for corpsman training, they called me Doc. So that was our nickname compared to boot camp. But yeah, that was actually pretty funny until I decided to switch jobs after A school to go be a CB, and then there's none of that. You know, I don't have to check that kind of stuff anymore. I'm pretty happy.
Because as Ballistic Coffee Boy says, checking peckers sounds like the worst job.
Those guys still use that at the steel mill. You go into the shower because it's open bay shower, and you got to get a shower at the end of the day at that place. But yeah, you don't look anywhere except for straight at the wall, or else you are the pecker checker. Even if you just accidentally look in the one direction. Pecker checker.
Yeah. Dudes are doing this thing to you, and you're like, oh, look at that, so I don't have to look down.
So what happens if you drop the soap?
Oh. Well, see, our place has the soap dispensers on the wall, so they don't carry the bar of soap in.
Right.
Poe kept dropping his soap, so they installed those.
Whoops. Drop the soap dispenser. Throw it on there.
Oh, Ballistic says that sounds even worse than his 2 weeks at Dairy Queen in '93. Oh, the roast shake machine. Oh, nice.
That's what that crispy stuff is on the cakes.
Yeah. What was it in the Navy galley? I remember when I went to Mississippi, we have a salad bar, and I remember getting some salad, and then the roach ran through it, and I'm like, okay, no salad for me.
Oh.
Yeah. I heard they changed it though, because I talked to was that another friend of mine, his son went there, and I asked him, hey, in Mississippi, do they still have roaches in the salads? No, it's actually sealed. You have to open it up.
You know why now? Because they have somebody from services comes out every 2 hours with the raid and sprays a salad down.
That's crazy.
Then it's just a black bean in there. It's not moving.
Yeah. For me, it was the and I don't know if I told you guys the story before. You know, you're not supposed to cook in your room in the barracks, right? But when I'd go over, when I was in Spain at Rota, I brought like a electric skillet thing, and I'd cook stuff in there all the time. And I'd get those packages of Lipton chicken noodle, and I'd throw a couple packs of that in and get a can of chunk chicken and throw that in there, so there'd be a little meat product in there. And one time, I was on a 12-hour flight. I got back up in my room. I cooked up all this food, and I went to take my first bite, and there were freaking maggots in the meat.
Oh, no.
And I showed my buddies in the room. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? I'm starving, threw it all away. And the next day, no lie, word spread through the barracks so quickly. When I was going down the stairwell to go to work the next day, there must have been 30, 40 cans of chunk chicken in the trash can, because they didn't even open them. They just threw them all away.
You know, it sounds harsher that way, though, saying maggots. The term for it is disco rice, is what I've heard. So,
yeah, there you go. Missed the Wendy's salad bar in Keflavik, Iceland, when I was there. They had a Wendy's salad bar. There was a Wendy's on base with the salad bar, and me and a buddy of mine who ended up becoming an officer, and he ended up being a skipper of a squadron. But when I met him, he was an ordnanceman. We would go to the indoor swimming pool in Iceland, and then we'd hit the Wendy's salad bar on the way back. But they didn't have French dressing, which is my preferred dressing of choice. But the Wendy's was in the same building as the little convenience store. So I went over, I ordered my stuff, and then I walked over and bought me a bottle of French dressing. I always would bring that with me. But yeah, good times. Used to set up a salad bar at Poncho's in junior high. Mom worked in takeout and worked on the line. Good times, burning my arms and saying, yeah. Wouldn't you like to be the pecker checker too? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we could talk about military stories for 6 days. But good times. Long time ago, though. Long time ago. Seems like a lifetime. But I don't know, because I got out in 92. So.
Oh yeah, so long before me and Mike were. Well, I didn't go in until I was 22, almost 23 years old. I waited a little bit. I was saving money to go to school and stuff like that, but I was also thinking about the military. And then, of course, I met my wife, and I was like, we're talking about marriage and everything. Next thing you know, I'm like, yeah, I'm going in. My brothers did, my dad did. I'm going in. So.
Yeah. So what years were you in?
96 to 2000.
Ooh, I joined 96 too.
Oh yeah,
We got a lot
Same
in common again.
we got a lot. We got so much in common.
Wow. Yeah, I was in from 87 to 92.
Yeah, my brother went in, same as you. He was on a battleship.
Yeah. Was he East Coast or West Coast? You know?
He was East Coast, and then they went over a little bit during the Iraqi war. He was over that way. He was on the Wisconsin, and I meant to share a link with you guys, but I think I forgot. They have the Wisconsin is all decorated up in Norfolk right now with Christmas lights. Somebody put a big video out about it. It's just like the whole battleship, it's all Christmas lights. Cool.
Oh, nice. Congrats on the government check coming to you. Oh, were you getting some kind of check?
I think
the active duty. Active duty.
Veterans. Yeah.
They're getting $1,776, 1776 bonus. And actually, one of my nephews, it was already in his account like the day after they announced it. So,
oh wow,
I hadn't got to ask my boy yet if they put it in there. And
that's cool. Hey, Phil's here.
Bliss.
Yeah, I didn't even hear anything about that. But yeah, let's see. Me and a few friends took a container of the pudding they used to have washed and cleaned it afterwards and brought it back the same day. Nice. Ballistic saying, hey, yeah. I didn't hit mine. It would be nice. Yeah, the veterans don't get as much stuff, 10% off at fast food joints a lot of times. So there's that. Veterans Day, you can play the market. If you're in a big enough town, you can eat all day long for free.
Yeah, a lot of it now has gotten a lot skimpier, though. Hey, you can have 3 inches of a sub if you go here,
Right.
and then you can get 12 French fries if you go down the road. And so you got to build a meal. You got to think it out.
Right. I went to that Pizza Hut deal a couple years back, and it's like four pizza bites that are like a chicken nugget size. And it's like, well, that's that. Where's the meal? This is an appetizer. But it was free. It was funny though, because there was like 12 guys standing there when they opened.
Right.
A bunch of old farts with our gray beards. Give me some pizza.
But I'm sure there's something more behind it, as in we'll give him these 4 bites, and then he'll order 2 large pizzas for $65 along with that.
Right. Oh, look, now you got Kelly excited. She thinks she's getting 3 inches. I don't have time to do it twice. Free books at the library too.
Oh,
Yeah. but you got to return them. Yeah. Some of those things, I get tired of those things. You see them on Facebook or whatever, and like, oh yeah, look at these great deals for veterans. You can get a great car insurance rate, and then you click on it. Now you're getting a call from every insurance company on the planet.
Yes.
with no special deals for veterans. Just, oh, well, no, we don't have a veterans deal, but we can give you this. It's like, oh, so thanks. But,
Yeah, well, we got these windows here a few months ago, and the bottom floor of the house. The guy asked us, "Okay, is there any active duty?" I said, "Well, my son's active duty." I said, "I'm a veteran." He said, "We have a veterans discount." I said, well, "Can you stack those? Can you put?" Well, I can't do that.
Yeah. I had a guy yesterday at the hotel. He asked me about the veterans discount, and he's a IHG member, so he already got the member rate, which is $1 cheaper than any of the other ones. AAA, veterans, all that. It's $1 cheaper if you're a member of the hotel chain. So, and we don't stack. So it's like, yeah, I can't take that. Yeah. I don't know. I think there's about the only thing that I know of course, if you retire from the military, none of us retired. So, if you retire, you get medical benefits and all that stuff and things for life. But the only thing I think that we get a lifetime is that America the Beautiful pass, right? I got that.
Oh yeah.
As a veteran, you can go get a lifetime card for that. That's about the only thing I know of that's lifetime. Now, Kelly and I, because of our lifestyle here, living in the desert off-grid, and we don't have to work a lot. So on paper, we're poor because we don't earn a lot, but we don't have any bills. So even as only 5 years in, I qualify for the VA medical. So because I'm just poor enough. It's not that I have, a disability or anything like that. So I do get that VA health coverage. So that's pretty cool. But I don't know. I tell you, when they found that mass in my colonoscopy, and I started seeing those bills for the doctors, because that was not a VA doctor. That was out in the town to a regular doctor. And that was several $100,000 for those surgeries. And I'm glad that those were just notices. Like, you're not paying these. This is just what it cost. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh my goodness. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, it's terrible with people that, especially those guys that were in the wartime and in war zones and all that, and then they have to fight for stuff. And I'm just, yeah. So, yeah. What's that say? I have my dad's Vietnam gear and suits in my upstairs guest bed. Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I had a lot of buddies up in Arkansas that were Vietnam vets because I joined the VFW up there. And that was cool. And then one of my favorite guys was old Bill Strauss. He was a World War II vet. He was at the Battle of the Bulge. And he died a couple years back. I can't remember. Kelly probably can put it in there. He was either 102 or 103 when he died.
Oh.
But yeah, I always got a kick out of him. He'd always show up. You know, the VFW, they do bingo on whatever night, Saturday night or whatever. And he'd always go in there and he'd clean all the bingo balls off before they go. And then the girls would run a little gee-dunk there and they'd sell the hot dogs and stuff like that. And old Bill Strauss, 99 years old at the time, he'd look over at the girls. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just washing my balls. every single week he'd say it. And every single week you'd just laugh. But he was a great guy. And I always got a kick out of but he was a real deal, man. He was at that Battle of the Bulge and he saw some stuff. But
Yeah, that was crazy. Battle of the Bulge. I've been watching a lot of stuff on that in the last year. Nuts.
yeah, that insane. And he had all his pictures and stuff from when he was a kid, and you're looking at him like, oh my gosh, look at this little youngin there. Here he is, 100 years old, and I just, yeah, it always made me feel, seeing those other guys was cool too. The other vets at the VFW and all that stuff, but whenever Bill was there and he'd turn around and call you by your name and you're like, yeah, this guy's, he's a legit war hero. And I'm just some chucklehead that flew around chasing submarines. And I only qualify for the VFW because I went and we basically were a taxi. I flew over into, when it was Desert Storm, I flew over into the war zone and picked some guys up and flew them home. That's all we did. I was only on the ground for like 14 hours, but I got.
I think at some point, at least locally, they kind of even did away with the foreign war deal because of the membership. I think they started just letting any veterans start joining.
Oh, are they? Yeah, I know. When I joined the VFW, you do have to have a service medal that's awarded for being in a combat zone. Mine was a Southwest Asia Service Medal. And that's what qualified me for it. And I know one of my buddies, he just recently passed away. He was Army, but he never went to a war zone ever, and he would get pissed off. I never talked about the VFW around him because they wouldn't let him in because he'd never been to a war zone. And they're like, well, you can go join the American Legion because they'll take any veterans. And he's like, fuck that. So I just wouldn't talk to him about the VFW.
So you gotta have been in the war zone to join the VFW?
Yeah, because the VFW, Veterans of Foreign Wars.
Okay. Does that count? Like, I know, like for my first tour of duty, that was Kosovo Operation Task Force Falcon. I was involved in, and then the last one before I got out was Operation Iraqi Freedom. So I did 2 tours. Yeah,
I know Iraqi Freedom qualifies you.
Okay.
But there is, if you go to the VFW website, they'll list all the different conflicts that qualify you for, and what award you have to have on your DD 214 to show that you were in the theater.
Okay. Yeah, so I have it on my DD form 214. Both the operations. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, And I actually, when I left, because we moved to Colorado, there was a little hubbub there, and then one of the other guys that we're good friends with, a year later or something, he called me up. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to sign you back up as a member if that's all right." And I'm like, I don't because you got to pay dues and all that stuff. And he's like, I said, well, dude, I'm not coming back to Arkansas. He goes, no, don't worry about it. I'm going to pay your dues and stuff. We just need numbers. Our membership is dropping off. So we need so he paid my membership for like 2 years. I was a member of the VFW. I didn't even live in the state.
Oh, wow.
Because they're always harping on that stuff. You got to try to recruit people and get members in. But shoot, I was in my 40s, and it was hilarious because they'd be like talking about doing some work, whether the yard needed mowed, and they'd be like, have the young guy do it. And I'd look over and they were talking about me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm an old man too. But when you're dealing with guys that were all in their 60s, 70s, and then Bill was in his 90s, it's like, yeah, I guess I am the young guy. But the thing I like the most, which, I'm sure you guys will understand, it's, even though it sounds morbid, but the thing I liked the most was we would do the salutes for veterans that pass, and we'd go out in our uniforms and stand there and fire off the guns and stuff and do I always thought that was cool. And the guys would present the spouse or whatever with a flag and all that stuff. I really enjoyed doing that stuff, and seeing the family members watch their person get honored and stuff. So that was cool. I really, really liked that. And my boss at the time he was really good about it. I'd tell him, just a few days before, I just, hey, there's a funeral on Thursday. And he's like, whatever, go ahead. And I would just take off. Sometimes I'd come into work, change into my uniform at work, and then leave. And it was almost a side fun little thing, because I'd come out and the young kids would start making fun of me because I'm all dressed in a uniform. They would go, oh, where are you going? I'm going to a funeral to recognize a veteran. And then they'd be horrified. Oh no, I was joking. But yeah, unfortunately, with our VFW, about probably half of the blanks, the rounds, were duds. So you'd be like, there's 7 of us, and you do the 3 shots for the 21 gun salute, and each time you'd have like 4 guns go off or 3 guns go off. And of course, we're old. None of us had been in the military for 100 years. So it's like, sometimes it was more like throwing out a pack of Black Cat firecrackers, or the little 8 fingers that are still fire. Fire. And one of us is going, fuck, all three. I didn't shoot one. But we got to know the local pastors, though. And there was one that we all loved, because he was a no-nonsense guy. By the time you get to the burial, and sometimes we'd be out there for an hour before they'd even show up, and if it's bad weather and all that, and then they'd finally show up, and he was good. Get in, get out. There was another dude. We called him a captive audience preacher. And because he would go into a full sermon, and you'd be standing out there for an hour. And it's like, come on, man, we're old men standing here holding rifles.
Right.
and they'd be an hour late getting there, because he did a sermon at the church before they came to the cemetery. So we were never anxious when we knew he was the pastor that was doing the ceremony. But old Brother John, I don't know Father John, he wasn't a Catholic guy, but that dude, he didn't mess around. But he'd pull up, and 10 minutes later, the whole thing was over. It's like, and that includes them walking out and sitting down. It's like, yeah, so it was cool. But anyway, so Poe, do you want me to play your video?
Yeah, sure. I had to get rid of the headphones and the microphone. I had to plug my phone in. I was down to 14% already.
Yeah. We're getting late here, and I'm not going to play my video because it just didn't work in. But Poe made a Christmas video, because it is Christmas time, right? So you want to talk about it, Poe, or you just want me to play it?
Well, we asked old Poe about his favorite Christmas memories, and we just let him go with it. So
cool.
All right, let's see what he has to say. You never know. Oh, we're still on the screen.
What's my favorite Christmas memories? Probably the first year I got my own job. And I was a shoe shine boy. Boy, wasn't I adorable back then. Just take a look. But I got hired on at the local cat house as a shoe shine boy. The Come and Get It is what it was called. And well, let me tell you something. You wanted to make sure you were shining those shoes before they went into the place and not after, if you catch my drift. But I was able to save up a good bit of money that year working that job. And so I was able to buy Christmas presents and a little for myself. Now, the same people that owned the Come and Get It owned a hotel across the street, and they also specialized in hot apple cider. The Come and Cider was a great place to go to spend your money. They had the very first arcade machine that I ever saw, and I would use my extra money for that. That was a lot of fun as well. But buying presents, well, for my father that year, his present was I didn't tell my mother that he had a membership to the Come and Get It cat house downtown. So that was his present. For my mother, well, she was a clean freak. She loved just cleaning everything, making sure everything was spotless. So I bought my mother a mop and a bucket that year. The only problem was we had dirt floors. So yeah, that maybe wasn't a good idea in retrospect. But it was still a great year, and with the extra money I saved throughout the year, my parents went half with me on that, and I was able to buy the very first Intellivision game system, the Intellivision Stagger. A lot of people don't know about it, and I bet you that Tracy, the television fella, doesn't even know about that one. So those are my favorite memories.
Old Poe.
You just
They
never
tore
know.
the Come and Cider down a few years back, if anybody was wondering. So,
Oh, yeah. I was trying to Google it after you sent that. And Ballistic, he was I guess he was going through some games that might have been on that old Intellivision system. Sweep 'em and creep 'em. Was it crimp 'em and pimp 'em? Cleaner and wiener. Hey, that's like a double entendre with the wiener. Is it ween her or wiener? Yeah. Did the Stagger have bridge as a game option? Yeah, probably did. I like that keypad that was on there. Cider is a Starbucks now. Wait, old Poe has memories?
not good ones, apparently.
Yeah. That reminded me when we used to go up to, I'd go out to the video arcade up in Colorado when we were there, and Kelly would tell me she's going to go out and get her some Dickens cider. And then I found out that place closed down years ago. So I didn't know what was happening. But yeah, so I don't know. I think this was a pretty good show. Do you think we should wrap her up now? It's getting kind of late for you, Poe. You got to work in the morning.
No, I'm off this week, so.
Oh, you're
Nice.
off. All right, we got another 8 hours to go, people. It's a marathon.
Well, it was good though because we were able to have Mike and Greg on, so I loved it. I loved being able to have all four of us here and talk again.
Those memories are like dried out cardboard that sat in 50 years of heavy snowfall and thawing. A little frayed, but interesting. And Poe has memories. Oh, old Poe. He's specified. Poe, you're off the hook. Just old Poe. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree. This has been fun getting back to it. Awesome that Mike and Greg were able to make it. And Mike, did you have any parting words you wanted to say before we close up shop?
No.
No.
The two stores did it for me.
Right? You can't top that.
I got a little bit too excited about seeing those titles, though.
Well, just remember, there is some words of wisdom there. If you're a shoe shine boy at a cat house, shine the shoes before they go in, not when they're coming back out.
Yeah, that's not good.
If people were wearing black shoes, did they come out white?
You don't want to be on the business end of that, I'll tell you.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Joker saying, hey, see you on the Discord. Good to have you back. Thanks, Joker. Good to see you. Always good to see you in there. I do want to say, plug, Casey's got another show tomorrow, and he's going to have, I guess the guy's name is Steve, the guy that wrote the SprintGameManager that I was going to talk about tonight, but it just didn't come around. Awesome program. If you have a Sprint and you have ROMs that you don't have all the box art and stuff, all the new stuff from the homebrews is going to have all those files anyway. But if you have ROM files, that, especially for the old stuff, the original 125, this Steve, he wrote this awesome program and he's just giving it away for free. You can create the config file for it, the CFG. You can create the JSON file. You can drag and drop or copy and paste all the image you find at box art. You can copy and paste it, and it resizes it for the carousel automatically. It's a really cool program. I shot like a 6-minute video twice, and I'm not even going to play it. But it is a cool little program. So if you're interested in the Sprint, if you have a Sprint, if you're going to get one someday, it's a cool program to have. Like I said, it's completely free. It's not a big install. You download it. It's a single file. I've made a folder on my C drive. I just called it Sprint, and then I drop that in there, and then I have temp files and anything else I need for it. I keep in that drive, and it's just a single file. You just click on it and run it. You don't have to have. There's no install or any of that. You just run it, and it works great. It automatically. Like some of the ROMs you might get, say, in my video, I use bump and jump. And the ROM file had the parentheses and the date on it. So you could create all your files, and they'll name it after the game so that it knows what to look for. And then you're like, shit, I don't want the date on there. I just want to say bump and jump. You can go to the ROM file, or the name. There's a spot for the name. Back up, backspace over the date. And as soon as you hit enter on there, it automatically changes the file names of all of the image files and everything. So everything's instant. It makes sure that they're in there. It's a really, really good program. Ballistic got a Sprint this past Monday. I got mine on Wednesday. And it's an awesome thing. So Ballistic asks if we're going to be here every weekend. Poe and I will be. Mike and Greg will be here when they can, if they can. They got other commitments that they still have to do. And but Poe and I are going to try to be here every weekend. And barring something bad happening, we should be here.
It's really going to suck not being able to interrupt Mike every single week whenever he's doing his final thoughts.
Right.
What I'm going to do.
Yeah, that was half of Poe's plans. He's like,
I might have a Mike puppet. I might have a Mike puppet made and say final thoughts, Mike. And when he starts talking, no, I got something to say here.
Yeah, and it's pretty funny. Just like anyone that's watched our show before knows that we would kind of have things that we wanted to talk about, but you never knew where the show was going to go. Mike's Gaming Gala used to joke around all the time. He thought we were all about what does he say? The vinyl. It's the vinyl show because we talked about albums for that one whole show. And Poe and I are just going to take that to the next level because it's just hanging out. That's the show. We're just hanging out talking and about whatever comes up. we did have planned a little bit. Poe and I talked about what we were going to talk about, and none of it got talked about in this show. I was going to go over that Sprint Game Manager. Poe was going to talk about some of his Atari stuff that he ordered and the trials and tributes with that and all he had to deal with, and it just didn't come up, and that's fine. So we have other stuff we can talk about. Polo, are we going to do an FX tournament this week? I don't know. I didn't plan one out, and I meant to ask Greg because a lot of times Greg has been running those things.
I think it's something we'll have to talk about more, whether we want to do some more challenges. I mean, with the sprint being out and everything, maybe people would want to get in on some challenges again.
Yeah, and with this being the holiday week and all that stuff, I'm thinking maybe once the new year hits, maybe we'll talk about doing some of that stuff with challenges, whether they're console challenges, arcade challenges like we used to do, and all that stuff. But I think this week we're probably just going to let it ride with Christmas and all that. So, but yeah, Ballistic said we can talk about it next Sunday. That's right. Me and Poe, we don't even have to plan for next week because our topics for this week are still there. We didn't even touch them.
I might have to find out old Poe's New Year's memories. I don't know if we need them back again.
Hey, Poe, stopping by to say hi and hit a like. Megantron, nice. Thank you. Thanks for stopping in. Ballistic was getting tired of watching 60 Minutes anyway. Yeah. Oh.
If you ever want to watch 60 Seconds, come visit me on Love Night.
Nice. All right. Well, I guess we'll just end it here then, unless we had anything else to say, but I think we said it all. We'll save the rest for next week. So, I guess I got to figure out how to do this outro thing. It's a monster.
It's a very short outro. I mean, like 6 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, it is
not like the beginning that was 2 hours.
Let me see if I can. How do I do that? I don't know, because I'm trying this. We're just doing this on the fly. If I add a scene, media, it's going to jump right into it. Can you guys see this? Add media.
No, but I can see us.
It did not change. I can't play the outro.
Dang it, where's Greg and his ukulele and the harmonica?
There you go.
Oh, man.
Anybody got a skin flute they can play?
All right.
Rusty trombone.
We don't have the outro. I can't play it, but I do see how I can. Maybe for next week. So tune in next week for our outro. The best 6 seconds of your life. That's what I tell Kelly every time. So, all right. Well, thanks for stopping by. Merry Christmas to everybody. Have a great time. Poe and I will be back next week, right before the New Year's, and we'll see what's going on. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. And I guess I'll click this end stream button, and we'll be out of here. I don't even know what I'm clicking down here. People keep typing. Whenever I try to take one off, another one comes up. All right, we're out. I clicked it. I'm